Hey guys, it's Jonathan. This is Juliet. Today, we're going to show you the very basics of how to do our classes. If you're at home, if you've never done a boxing class, if you don't know anything, this is the class for you to start with. If you don't have focus mitts at home, since we're doing these workouts with focus mitts, it's perfectly fine. You could also do it with 2 pairs of gloves. This is how we're going to do it today. We're going to start with the very basics. Your stance. For orthodox, your left foot's going to be forward. Your right hand is going to be to your jaw and your left hand is going to be slightly forward. This is the basic stance you need to be in when you're boxing. You always want to come back to here. Your left hand is your jab hand, your right hand is your cross. Alright, today, right now, we're just going to start with just the jab. My partner right here, Juliet, she's going to be catching my jab. She's going to catch my jab. Alright, we're going to be using the gloves just like we're holding focus mitts. Okay, make sure person who's catching the punches, your hands are super tight. All right, make a nice solid fist. All right, with my left hand, I'm gonna be hitting her left hand. My jab is gonna be her jab. When she's holding this, she's gonna pushing off a little bit. All right, I'm gonna throw my jab, she's gonna push off. I make sure that I aim for that glove. All right, when you punch, both of you try to breathe out at the same time as you hit. Shh, shh, shh. All right, we're gonna go 1 minute. Right now, we're just gonna throw the jab. All right, it's gonna be the left hand. Make sure you are following your stance. 1 minute and go, just the jab. Shh, 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 shh. Try to give me body rotation when you're throwing that jab. Make sure that opposite hand is staying at your jaw. Shh, 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 shh. Make sure that hand comes back to your jaw, that you're not dropping it down. All right, straight to the other punch, to the other glove. Just work that jab. Rotate the body. Try to get that left shoulder to your jaw.
I'm sore from yesterday.
Shoulder burnout.
Burnout.
Keep going, guys. Just 1 minute. Make sure you target that glove. Make sure the opposite hand is to your jaw. All right, we're not going to switch yet. We're going to do the same thing with the cross. It's going to be the right hand. You're going to be throwing it to the opposite hand. If you're catching the hand, make sure you're holding a solid fist. Regardless, both of you should be holding a solid fist. We're going to go for a minute. All right, and go. All right, make sure you turn the body. Try to pivot that right foot. Try to keep the elbows from coming up. Rotate your hand at the very end. All right, watch those elbows from coming up. Make sure that left hand stays to your jaw. Make sure that left foot stays planted and you're pivoting the right foot. Time. All right, now you're gonna go ahead and switch it with your buddy. Your other person's gonna start with the jab, and then the other person is gonna start with the cross. All right, the other person's catching. Make sure you give a small little push if you're catching. Your hand is here. Make sure you don't punch for them. When you go for a minute. All right, and go. Make sure you hold a nice solid fist. If you're punching, try to get that shoulder to the jaw. Breathe out with every punch.
I'm digging a hole with my foot.
All right, make sure that right foot stays planted and that left foot counter turns. All right, you turn your body with the punch. That right shoulder goes up, protects your jaw, and goes to the ear. Make sure that right hand stays tight to your jaw. All right, if you're catching the punch, don't let that hand go out too far. Let them come to you.
Ooh, burn out.
I'd like to say my hole is bigger than yours. And time. We're on the dirt. We're actually digging a hole as we're doing this. That's a sign of a very good pivot.
If you haven't noticed, there's a change of scenery behind us.
This is the outside world, guys. I hope you remember it.
True physical distancing here.
All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get used to catching with the right hand. All right, she's gonna get used to punching with the cross. Not that she doesn't already know how to do that, but for you guys who've never done it, this is the one to do it. All right, minute. All right, and go. You're always catching with the opposite hand. Make sure you hold a nice tight fist. Make sure you're only doing this with boxing gloves, not MMA gloves. You need that padding on the hands. Make sure that left hand stays touching your jaw. Make sure that left foot stays planted and you are pivoting that right foot. All right, try to keep that elbow from coming up as you punch. Make sure that hand goes straight back to the jaw. Try to use your gloves, put your glasses back on.
It's bright out here. I forgot what the sunlight was like.
All right, make sure you try to stay in your stance. If you're left-handed, you have to do everything mirrored. All right, we're not going over the left hand. We're not going over left-handed people, but basically if you're left-handed, everything is mirrored. All right, if you're holding it for the other person, try to hold it also in the fashion. This is the jab, the other one is the cross. Okay? We're now gonna go, all right, that's the jab and the cross. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the jab and cross. She's gonna catch it. We're gonna go for a minute. You know how to catch a jab, you know how to catch a cross with gloves. And there's a timer somewhere on here. All right, we're gonna go for a minute. All right, I'm gonna throw the jab, she's gonna catch it. My right hand stays to the jaw. I'm gonna throw the cross, she's gonna catch it. Make sure your hands always come back to your jaw. All right, go, 1 minute. Watch those hands, do not let them drop and come back to your jaw. All right, do not punch from down here. Hands always come back to your jaw. Make sure you turn your body. All right, everything comes from body rotation and the hands come back to your jaw. If you're catching, make sure you give it some resistance. Breathe out every single punch. Shh, shh. Watch those hands, make sure they come back to your jaw. Give me body rotation, try to get the shoulders over towards the ear. All right, right now I'm protecting my jaw as I punch. All right, this helps protect me if my opponent is coming in with a hook. All right, I'm protecting my jaw. Turn that body, make sure those hands come back to your jaw. All right, now my partner is gonna catch my punches. Very simple combination, just jab cross. All right, I'm gonna catch my partner's punches. 1 minute and go. Make sure you have a nice tight fist when you're catching or punching.
Can you go?
I'm going your speed.
Oh no, I was going your speed.
Watch those hands. Make sure they always come back to your jaw. Do not drop those hands. Try to keep those elbows tight. Do not let them flare out. If you're working with somebody else, make sure that person tries to make you aware of what you're doing. All right, elbows should not be coming up. Those punches should be coming straight.
Woo! Tired. Got this, got this.
Got this, got this. All right, and time. All right, that's the jab and the cross. All right, we also refer to these as 1 and 2. Your jab is 1, your cross is 2. Jab is 1, cross is 2. If you're southpaw, if you're left-handed, everything is mirrored. That means your 1 is your right hand and your 2 is your left hand. All right, today we're doing everything orthodox. Everything is for the right hand. Okay? If you're right-handed, your power hand is the right. That is why we're keeping in the back to come in with the most power as you can. Your left hand is in the front. That one's for speed. All right? If you're right-handed, keep the power in the back. That way you can get the most power out of it with that body rotation. If that hand is in front, it's quicker, but you're not getting as much body rotation with the jab, but it's much quicker to your opponent. All right, this is speed. This is your power. If you're left-handed, everything is mirrored. Okay, right now we're gonna go 1 minute, just the left hook. All right, left hook, if you're catching, is the same thing. Make sure you hold a nice tight fist. All right, when she comes in with the hook, all right, give it some resistance, just push it. Just like you would be holding a Folks mitts. All right, if you don't have Folks mitts, this is a good way to do it with the gloves. Boom. All right, then you can start taking our other classes. All right, we're gonna go for a minute, just the left hook. All right, and go. Make sure when you do that, that right hand stays to your jaw. All right, when she's doing this, she's pivoting that left foot. You're turning the body with the hook, and that hand comes straight back to your jaw. Always come back into your guard. That right foot stays planted. All right, same thing, breathe out with the punches. If you're catching, all right, don't go too far, let them do the punching. If you're punching, your job is to try to get everything with the first 2 knuckles. That is the hardest part of your hand. That is what's going to do the most damage. Try to align every single punch to come in with those first 2 knuckles. All right. If you're watching your opponent, if you're with your friend, make sure they are keeping their hands up and they're coming back to the jaw. Make sure they are pivoting that left foot. Right now, she just dropped her hand. I should be making sure she's putting it back on. Put that hand back on. What are you doing? All right, and time. All right, we're now going to do the right hook. She's going to be catching it.
Right hook?
Right hook. I'm sorry, I'm going to be catching. I'm sorry. I'm catching her right hook. 1 minute, and go.
Don't make me lopsided.
Those targets are a little bit smaller than the Folks mitts, so you're going to have to be a lot more careful. You're going to have to get better at your boxing a lot quicker. You have to target those punchers. You got to aim for that right spot. All right, when you're punching, trying to punch somebody, you're aiming for that chin. All right, it's a very small spot. Again, right now, you're only pivoting the right foot. That left foot stays planted on the ground. That left hand stays to your jaw. Time. All right, we're now gonna switch. I'm now gonna throw the 3 and the 4, and she's gonna catch. All right, if you're catching, try to watch those hands. Make sure you're keeping those hands up. All right, we're gonna go for a minute.
You can hardly see.
All right, just a left hook, and go. Make sure you pivot that left foot. All right, make sure you turn the body. Make sure those hands come back to your jaw. If you're on the ground, if you're digging a hole with your foot, with the dirt, that means you're doing it right.
You should have switched spots so the wind get my hair back.
On the other side. All right, make sure if you're catching, still keep those hands up. If you're punching, keep those hands up. No matter what, keep those hands up. If you're at the supermarket, keep the hands up. If you're drinking coffee, keep your hands up. Wherever you are, you never know.
I feel like it's a song. Keep your hands up.
Keep your hands up. Board in the outside board. And time. All right, we're now gonna do the same thing with with the right hook. You wanna switch? But then I'm taller.
I can't see past this hair. Need a haircut.
All right, we're gonna go for a minute. Just the right hook. Make sure those hands come back to your jaw. Make sure that left foot stays planted and you are pivoting that right foot. If you're your partner, it's your responsibility to make sure those hands stay up. Make them aware if they're losing their form. And time. All right, we're now going to do a very simple combination. We're going to go jab, cross, left hook, right hook. Left hook and right hook. All right, that is 3 and 4. We refer to that as 3 and 4. Jab and cross is 1 and 2. So we're going to do a combination 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, hook and hook. All right, we're going to go for a minute. I'm going to be catching for her. When we're doing this, we're simulating focus mitts. We're not simulating blocking. All right, when I'm catching for her, this is not how you block. All right, but this is how you can do this at home without an extra pair of focus mitts if you don't have anything in the house. All right, we're gonna go for a minute. All right, and go. If you hold the hands in, that means they don't punch. Make sure the hands always come back to your jaw. All right, as soon as that hand finishes the punch, it comes back to the jaw. If you're not sure if you bring your hands back to your jaw, pause on the punch. All right, she's gonna pause on the punch. All right, right now we're pausing, her opposite hand is touching the jaw. She's gonna come with next punch, we're gonna pause, her hand is touching the jaw. That means she's doing it right. We're pausing, her hand's on the jaw. We're pausing, her hand is on the jaw. So if you're not sure you're doing it right, pause in between punches and then go back into regular speed. All right, every single punch, try to aim with those first 2 knuckles. If you close the hands in, all right, your partner's not gonna punch. All right, and time. We're gonna go ahead and switch. She's gonna be catching for me. All right, 1 minute and go. Make sure those feet pivot as you're punching. Make sure those hands come back to your jaw. Everything with the first two knuckles. If you're punching too hard, all right, and if you're feeling your partner's punching too hard, make sure you tell them. All right, help your partner learn. This is a symbiotic relationship. Work together, not against each other.
Am I getting too close?
I can't see the lines anymore. I think so. Alright, and time. Okay, same thing. Make sure you make a nice tight fist. I'm going to be catching for that left uppercut. Alright, imagine your elbow is connected to your hip. You're pivoting off the left foot and you're coming up with the punches. Alright, your palm is facing you as you're coming in with the uppercut. Alright, she's going to do the left uppercut again. Alright, that palm is facing her when she's coming in with that uppercut, and that elbow is kind of connected to your hip as you come up. As you do that, go up on your left toes, all right, and pivot that left foot. Okay, we're gonna go 1 minute, just the left uppercut. All right, and go. All right, you're pushing down if you're catching. Try to make sure that opposite hand stays to your jaw. Make a nice tight fist. Everything with the first two knuckles. Try to have that elbow connect to your hip. Make sure you turn that left foot. Make sure that right hand stays to your jaw. In time. We do the same thing with the right uppercut. This time, your elbow is connected to your right hip and you are pivoting that right leg. All right, elbow is connected to your hip. Make sure if you're catching, you're always catching with the opposite hand. My right hand to her right hand. 1 minute and go. Try to keep that elbow over the ribs. When she's coming with that uppercut, that palm is facing her. All right, she's coming up with her hips. She's putting her body into it. If you're catching, try to also have your hand covering your face. Get a habit of it. All right, and time. All right, we're not gonna switch it. All right, now she's gonna be catching for me for that left uppercut. All right, these are punches 5 and 6. All right, when I start with punch number 5, left uppercut. All right, 1 minute, go. right, and time.
Do you have storage?
I should have. All right, we're gonna do right uppercut.
Just out of curiosity.
All right, 1 minute and go. I'm sure I have like 30 gigabytes.
For a second, I thought I was punching again. I was like, what?
Elbows connect to your hip. Make sure the opposite hand stays to your jaw. Make sure the palm is facing you when you are punching. Time. All right, I'm gonna be catching for her. This time we're gonna go jab, cross, left hook, left uppercut, right uppercut. We do all 6 punches, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jab, cross, left hook, left uppercut, right uppercut. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Odd numbers are left hand. Even numbers are right hand. All right, we're gonna go for a minute. All right, by now you should know how to catch with the gloves. 1 minute and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you're not sure if the hands are coming back, pause it at the punch. Pause, her hands on the jaw. Pause, hand is on the jaw. Pause, her hand is on the jaw. Pause, her hand is on the jaw. All right, if you're catching, try to make your partner aware, all right, that they're throwing the combination correctly and that the hands are coming back. Take the gloves in, all right, if you don't want him to punch anymore. Putting the gloves in, I'm putting a pause. All right, restart. I'm pausing it, restart.
I'm just hoping your gloves are out there so they can't see.
They're somewhere.
I really can't see anything.
But your form is good.
Oh, thanks. Oh, nice.
All right, and time. All right, when we switch, she's gonna be catching for me. Hopefully she's in frame.
Hopefully I can see. Working with the elements.
All right.
Yep.
All right, and go. Try to rotate your body with every single punch. Try not to lean forward with the punches, all right? Keep your body still. Keep your head from moving forward with the punches. Don't move forward with your punches trying to give it power, all right? Just rotate, all right? Don't move your head forward. If you're moving forward while they're punching you, you're just giving that much more power to their punches. Try to get everything with those first 2 knuckles when you're punching. And time. All right, this time I'm going to be doing combinations. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to use the form. I'm going to call out the combination. I'm going to use numbers. Remember, odd numbers on the left side, even numbers on the right side. One of you needs to know who's catching. All right, I'm going to catch right now. She's going to be throwing the punches. I'm going to say a combination. The combination is going to be 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, right now you have the time to figure out what that is. 1, 2, 3, 2. All right, I'm catching. So 1, 2, 3, 2 will be 1, 2, 3, and 2. She's throwing the punches. Her combination is 1, 2, 3, and 2. And you have a few seconds to try to figure it out. And then you're gonna be go ahead and catching. Okay, we're gonna do 10 of those combinations. All right, it's combinations 1, 2, 3, 2. One more time. Okay, ready? 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now I'm going to switch it. Okay, now I'm going to be punching and she's going to be catching. Okay, she's going to figure out in her head what that is. All right, jab. She's going to catch a jab. She's going to catch the cross. She's going to catch the hook, and then she's going to catch a cross. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 2. 10 of them. Go. Count it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Now when you switch the combination, all right, I'm gonna go back to catching. This time we're just gonna go 1, 1, 2. All right, it's very simple. 1, 1, 2. I'm gonna give you a little second to figure out what you're supposed to do to catch and everything. Okay, ready? You're gonna do 10 of them. If you're catching, make sure you count it. All right. 1, 2. Try to close the gloves. That way they know not to keep going. I think that was 3.
That's 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try to pause in between. Don't just keep going and going and going. All right, take a small pause in between the combination. All right, now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna figure out what that is. That's 1, 1, 2. She's gonna figure out how that is, how to catch. 1, 1, 2. All right, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, we switch out the combination. Okay, this time we're gonna go 5, 2, 3. Our numbers are the left side. All right, try to remember, try to figure out what that is. For me, I'm catching, so 5, 2, and 3. All right, 10 of them, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now she's gonna be the one catching. All right, for me, all right, that's left uppercut, cross, left hook. 5, 2, 3. All right, and go.
1, 2, 3,
Try to remember your guard.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Bring those hands in if you want them to
9.
pause.
10.
All right, you don't want to always be in automatic mode. All right, you want to throw in a couple of pauses in there so the person's aware of what you're doing. All right, next combination we're gonna go 6, 3, 2. I'm gonna be catching 6, my right hand. All right, left hook. All right, and then the cross. All right, the 2. All right, one more time. Uppercut, left hook, and cross. All right, 6, 3, 2. All right, 10 combination, 10 of them. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now I'm gonna be throwing the punches. All right, that's left uppercut, cross, left hook. All right, if you're just starting out and the numbers are confusing, it gets much easier. Okay, we're going very slow today. This is the best way for you to learn. All right, if you want to progress it, just take a look at our past workouts and a bunch of those. You do those, you're gonna be golden. All right. One again, 6, 3, 2. 6, 3, and 2.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Make sure
5,
those hands come back to your jaw.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. When we switch out the combinations, this is gonna be the final combination of today, okay? We're gonna combine that last combination with one we did earlier, okay? So we're gonna go 1, 1, 2. I'm sorry, we're not, my bad. We're gonna combine 2 of the combination we did, not the one we just did, okay? I don't know, it sounds confusing. All right, let me just go over the combination. Combination is gonna be 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. Again, 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. You have a second to try to figure that out. All right, it's best for you to try to figure it out without us showing you how to do it, okay? So try to figure it out right now. I'm gonna give you a second. It's better that way because your mind needs to process which is which. All right, the more you do it, the more your mind will just know which one it is. It's gonna get much easier after you do it for a while. Right now, you're like, my brain, okay? So one more time, that's 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. All right, that's I'm gonna catch for her. 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3. All right, that's jab, jab, cross, left uppercut. I'm sorry, right uppercut, cross, and then left hook. One more time.
Left uppercut.
Jab, jab, cross, left uppercut, cross, left hook. All right, we're gonna do 10 of them, and then we're gonna switch.
It's like, this is me. You say it right.
All right, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now I'm gonna be the one punching. All right, for me, that's 1, 1, 2. All right, left uppercut, cross, left hook. 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, and 3. 1, 1, 2, 5, 2, and 3. All right, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We are in front of the camera, all right, but you guys should probably have a lot of space to try to move around as you're doing this. 6.
6. I forgot what my numbers were. 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, that's it. If you're at home, if you want to do some more, just keep going. All right, you don't have to do 10. You can do 20. You can rewind. You can do it again. All right. If you want to go crazy, you can go ahead and do your own combinations.
Now you know the numbers, so you can mix it up.
Now you know the numbers. All right. Feel free to check out all the other workout videos. Some of them are a little bit more intense than this. This is just strictly, all right, a how-to boxing workout. All right. Once you've done this, you should know all the basics. You should be able to do any of our videos. All right. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Juliet.
This is us going and saying goodbye.
Bye.